15. Let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. You think the fans are ready for this one? The boot's shaking underneath us, guys. On the move, it's White. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Might be calling a hot route. Leaves it with the running back. Gets him past the first down marker and still running. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Brown. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Not willing to try that 55-yard field goal. They'll try to move the chains on fourth and short. They'll run for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Play number 9 on this drive. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. get rid of the ball on time, trust your read, and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down. And the Dogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Stockton. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Under fire. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this, well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Lets a slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking to throw at Stockton. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. On the ground, it's White. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. We saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside him, David Dodgeball. He really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. It's Denmark. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Well, just ran him over. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up 3 yards. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
This guy really has been a bell cow for his offense in this game. They are force-feeding him the football, and he's delivering. Now, after that last run, he's right at 100 yards rushing.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy, you know you can execute.
Converts on 4th down, still going. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Missouri. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possession.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Back to throw. It's Stockton. Makes the catch. It's Frazier. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield to get the first down.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game. And defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Play the analytics here. You go for 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take it knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Power football with the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him to force him out of bounds and no gain on the play.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting a sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Powers through the defender. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Penn State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Makes the catch on the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch. And he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to keep it in the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's wheeled in. It's Brown. They bring him down with the big play will move the sticks. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there they decided we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with it.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The run from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking downfield very late in the half. That's caught. It's Reynolds. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top. Going deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds. And that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing.
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Forced out of the pocket. He'll throw it. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it. He's got it more. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Working that left side. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Frazier. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Dogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He wants it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. And they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Myers on the move. Play by this defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Craven. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
That's the 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. We've got to start playing some better defense. And number 3 is coming soon.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 17 over Indiana. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks. Breaks into the open. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The last completion sets him up on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Ford. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's into 17.
And it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Stockton. Quickly complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They're looking to throw on second and short. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. And here they come almost all the way back. The big tight end always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. These guys are like wide receivers now. You see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them and make big plays for them.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll leave it with him. Picks up the first down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run now.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll go to the ground. And you want to talk about game tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game. So you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important.
And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
They've still got the lead, but they are losing the momentum, and the defense is starting to make plays after getting that last sack. They can feel it right now. You can see them playing with a whole lot of more energy. There's a lot of pressure on this offense now to respond.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Fires to the right. And that ball's incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Got the first down and more. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. I'm sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4 downs. Touchdown! Somehow, they got up off the deck, they fought back, and they tied the game. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of it.
And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. Past the 50. Past the 30. Inside the 10. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot.
Aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. Last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice ball, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, you're better on third down moving forward, though, to keep yourself out of those situations.
Running to Green. There he goes. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get it done.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You can almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, and they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. He's got an open man. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. checked out. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll take another shot here. It's a big shot inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He wants to throw it again. Into the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick. And they do. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've been challenged now, Jesse, and it's up to this offense to provide an answer.
Yeah, they've got to be able to get the momentum back, David. You know, that's a real thing in college football. If you're late in the game, you still got the lead, but how can they answer?
And I think that's what you remember. Still got the lead. Down now the defense just gave up the score. Let's execute and keep this lead.
Quarterback just missed it. Incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. They'll go back to the ground.